Let's start now with the user and group management. We'll start talking now about user addition. Let's start with the user addition first. So to add the new user to the system, for that we need a sudo permission, and for the default user which is created on the VM creation, that will be having the sudo permission. So let's create a user. So user add is the command with the user add. And then we can give user whatever the username we want to give. So this is how user will be created. But for this user, there will not be a home directory. And to set the password, we need to use the command and then password. To set the password, we need to give the username for which we want to set the password. After that, we need to enter a password. Then we need to key in the password again. And now the user is created with password. Let's create another user, the different configuration. So now we can create a user with -m option. This will create a home directory for it. Okay. So need to give user add command -m option and user any username whichever you want to create, and just enter. Now user is created. Now if we see through the listing whether any home directory is created for a user, let's see. So since the username is user for the same with same name, home directory will get created. It's created and we can see all these files and folders created under it. Let's try another option. Here in this option, we can specify a directory where exactly we want to make a home directory for our current user which we are creating. So we need to give -d option additional, apart from which we have already given -m option. Let's create a user 5 and let's give path for the directory port user 5. Now let's see whether directory is created for op user 5. So you can see directory is created under the given path, and under that few directories and files are created. Now we'll talk about how groups will be added. To create a group, we need to pass a command group add, and whatever the name you want to give. I have given currently as a developer one, and we can create a group. So we need to go with the sudo permission, group add and developer one. We need to create with sudo permission. It will create a group for us. Now you notice one thing here. We have created user 3. Let's create a password for user 4. Password is created. Now let's switch to the user 4. It will ask for the password. Enter the password. Let's switch to the password. Now if we check PWD, it will be showing us the present working directory for the current user. Now let's create a file there, touch sample.txt, and if you see, there is file created under current working directory. And if you see here, the file is created under the user 4 and group is also user 4. And if we want to change the ownership of a group, so here are the commands we will discuss now. So first of all, we need to add a user to a group with the help of user mode command. Let's add it. Add the group. Add the user to a group. So what it will do, basically it will remove the primary group, and this developer one, the group which we are adding to this user, it will be primary group for it. So we need to add with the sudo permissions. So this group doesn't have as of now. Let's switch to the sudo user and add this user 4 to a developer 1 group. After adding it, let's switch once again. To user 4. Once it's switched to the user 4, let's create one more file. And now let's see. Under which group it gets created. So now you can see this user is added to a primary group developer 1, and here you can see ownership of the group is developer 1 for this file. Okay. This all from user addition, group addition, and changing the user mode or changing the primary group of a user.